Hello, Lindley. Here we go. We have some vocabulary to talk about. Our first one is territories. We learned a lot about territories when we were doing the regions of the United States. Territories are large areas of land where people start living in a region new to them. Territories. The pioneers were awed by the size of the territories west of the Mississippi. Territories. Like chunks of land. Okay. We have withered. Oh no. If you don't water your plants, or maybe if you water them too much or they get too much sun, I don't know because I'm really bad at it. But I know that they can wither up and die. Something that is withered has dried up from heat or lack of moisture. A whole field of sunflowers withered and died during the drought. Oh, and we just learned about droughts. That should be good. Plunging. When something is plunging, it is falling or moving downward very quickly. You might plunge into a lake or into the deep end of the swimming pool off the diving board. We watch the dog jump off the rock and go plunging into the lake. Prospector. Ooh, we talked about this recently too. Prospector. A prospector looks for gold, silver, or other valuable minerals. The prospector carefully panned for gold in the river. Remember when we talked about the gold rush? The people that went looking for gold were called prospectors. And here we have a settlement. A settlement. A settlement is a place where people live when they first arrive in an area that is new to them. Pioneers built many settlements as they moved west. A settlement is an area that was once not habitated by people, and then people moved there and build things like roads, churches, schools, houses, and then while that area is being built and populated, we call that a settlement. So at one time when people came over here from Europe, they were called settlers, and they came over to make settlements for different countries. Scoffed. Scoffed. To have scoffed at an idea is to have expressed ridicule or contempt toward it. Tony's sister scoffed at his dream of becoming an Olympic athlete. Scoffed is like, no, you can't. You can't do that. It's a negative thing. It's kind of like making fun, saying, no way can you do that. Scoffed. Shrivel. To shrivel means to shrink, wrinkle, or wither. Grapes left in the hot sun will eventually shrivel up and turn into raisins. I love raisins. Shrivel means to shrink. Shrivel and shrink are synonyms. And then our last one is topple. To topple means to collapse or fall. The line of dominoes slowly began to topple over. Okay, and then we'll also talk about our spelling words. Our spelling words, and I'm glancing at it. Don't seem to have much of a phonics scheme. Okay, we have famous, raider, razor. Vacancy, like when something is open for people to come to, like you might have a vacancy in your schedule, which means you have like a spot where someone can fill, or you might have a vacancy in a hotel or an apartment where someone can come move in. Beside, beyond, defend, delay. Delay is like to postpone or wait on something. Demand, prevent. Secret, veto. Veto means to like say no to. Like, I'm going to veto broccoli for dinner because I don't like broccoli. You're like, nope, I say no to that. Bison, we learned about bison before, remember? Like buffalo. Diver, cider, silence, clover, spoken, stolen, and tulip. Okay, so make sure you're knowing about our spelling words for the week. We're going to be reading Mr. Springman's, one of his favorite stories in 4th grade, Wonders Curriculum. It's Apples to Oregon. So it's going to be having to do with traveling west, which we've already learned about. So that's kind of nice that we've already learned about the West. And it's going to be the genre of tall tales. Tall tales have a lot of things in them that couldn't happen, like giants and one man that can like plant all the apples. So Johnny Appleseed, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but it's kind of a tall tale that he went around and planted every apple tree. He couldn't really do that. One person couldn't really do that. Or Paul Bunyan, who was a giant. He stomped out the Great Lakes or something. It couldn't happen. A tall tale. Like sometimes you'll see a TV show or a story about someone and he'll say, "Oh, I caught a fish this big." That's a tall tale because really maybe he only caught a fish that big. Okay. Well, I hope you had a great Easter and enjoy your story today. It's called My Big Brother Johnny Caw.